Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Chigala. In this session, we learn to find out some of diagonal elements of a matrix in C language. So let us start. First, I share my laptop screen and fix the position here so you can watch better way my video lecture. And the C++, I double click and take some process. And now, yes, C is open. Alt file menu, taking new file, and here our goal, write a program to find out some of diagonal, yes, so diagonal elements of a matrix. So yes, that is a matrix programming. So many video lecture in my we have to symmetric matrix, transport matrix, yes, a null metric or identity metric we have to say. So you can watch all that video lecture. And now here, yes, so what is a diagonal? Yes, also I take as a diagonal metric. So here we just take as a sum. So yes, that I give one example so you can understand better. So here like 2 by 2 square metric. So let us take, first we can take like 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So that is a, what is a sum? So here sum is 1 plus 4. So that is a 5 answer. So why? So only you have to take sum of not all that 2D array element, but diagonal element only. So that is a find out sum of diagonal element of a matrix. So 1 and 4, that is a sum of our, that is diagonal sum. And now let us take example 3 by 3 square matrix. So 1, 2, 3, yes, and next row we can say that like 4, 5, and 6, and now last row. So what to do? So yes, I give the sequence, but that is not compulsory. You can give the sequence element. You can also give randomly element. And now what the sum in this output? So means this 2D array. So 1 plus 5 plus 9. So that is a 15 answer. So yes, here we can take as a diagonal element sum. So now I think you have to understand. So I give multi-comment line. So that is our goal. We can take as a not all elements sum of 2D array or two-dimensional metric programming. So here diagonal elements sum only. So now let us include our header file. So stdio.h, and then we can take conio console input output.h, and now void main. So first you can input and output. So input output, and it is an in between process. Yes, so that is a 2D array how to scan and print, and with index, and then I print also in metric format. So that is a benefit, means very understand helpfully. So yes, here first we have to take x 10 by 10. So that is a chance you can scan 2D 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 matrix. And now row and column, and then I and j, and then last is sum assigned to 0. So that number of time variable is required. So that is a 1, 2, yes, 4, 5, 6 variable is there. Now first what to do? So first we can scan, yes, enter number of rows and columns. So at a time both we have to scan row and column. And now first, yes, here, so first we can give the percentage t and percentage t and ampersand r and ampersand c. Now one message we have to provide, and that is a enter 2D two-dimensional array elements. So now here we provide /n. So that is new line. And yes, you have to know there are 2D arrays, so we can take 2 for loop. So I assign to 0, I less than r row, and I plus plus. And next we have to take inner for loop, and that we have to take as a j assigned to 0, j less than C and J plus plus. And now with index we have to scan. So printf again, and we have to take that is a x percentage d. Yes, again that percentage d, and we can print I and j. And now we can use as a scanf function. So now what we have to scan our 2D array element. So x of I and x of j. So that is a complete, and here we can provide in after inner loop we selection. So one row scan, after that is taking new line. So we can get the idea. So one row is complete for scanning. Now what to do? So here we can copy and paste for print. So first I take is scan and print of 2D array, and then we can apply the sum of, that is our process diagonal element. So now yes, in this I change the message. So here 2D array element R, just that type of message, and inner loop there are no required to be brace because only one statement. So first we can scan with index and print with index. So let us take here percentage D and no required to this brace. Yes. So all is well. I can save. Yes. So diagonal DIA, and that is a sum and dot C. So diagonal sum. So yes, that save perfectly, and let us check any error or can no any error. Only one warning, and that is a sum we have to not use. So that is perfectly, because we have to not take sum, all variable use x that we have to scan, R, C we have to scan, and I, J that is our counter variable of for loop. So now I can run. So that is a 2 by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, that 2D array element are with index and scan with index, print with index. Yes, now I can give one blank. So that is a some better here, one blank. So now save, compile, and now what to do? We can 3 by 3 square matrix. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can also give randomly. And here that is one row after slash, and that will look better. We have to scan one row and then scan second row, and now we have to print in with index. Now what to do? So first I remove the index and print in metric format, and then we can find the diagonal element sum of that metric. So now yes, how to print the metric format in C language. So person that printf, and we can use this sign. Yes, that and now here I remove that indexing. So before after one blank, and ij is not required. And where is that sign? So that is a bitwise or that pipe sign is so that name. So yes, I save. That is perfectly. Now I can scan again, and that warning is appear again, but no worry. So 2 by 2, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, now that is metric format perfectly. Now we have to find the sum. So yes, here that is a divide and conquer, input, output. So input, process, and output. So that is any definition of C. You can divide three parts. So input, output we have to done. Now process means that logic. So in between here first is scan and then is a pre-output. So in output means scan we have to also take the, now here again that brace is required. So before we have to take as a sum. So sum plus equal. So that is a compound assignment. And yes, first we can need yes x of ij. Yes, that is a perfectly. But yes, here we cannot take some all element. Yes, so that is a perfectly all. Let us check. So print the sum. Yes. So here I print output as a sum. So we can say that. Uh, so diagonal. Yes. Diagonal. Yes. Not L. Yes. So G O. Yes. That perfectly. diagonal element sum is percentage t, and sum we have to print. And here also provide the station. So let us take, I compile. So first 2 by 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can look here, that is a sum of all, that is here. Okay, so I 1, 2. So yes, so that all elements. So here you can look. Again, I compile and 2 by 2. So 1 and 2 I give. 1, 2, 3, 4. So look, 10 sum. But that is not required to our output, because that is a all element sum. So that perfectly that sum, but not diagonal. Diagonal is a 5, but here is a 10 sum. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So that is a sum is a 10. Yes, that perfectly. But how we can find the sum of only diagonal element? So yes, we have to provide one if condition. So yes, I equal to j, and then we can done the sum. Yes, and here you can provide as a opening and closing brace, because this statement is a our for loop, not if condition. So here that not required to brace. If you not understand, then provide the brace. Otherwise that alignment say that statement is a this for loop, and this all that is a body part of inner for loop. Okay, and only if condition require only one this statement. So let us check, yes, taking sum perfectly or not. So here again I scan 2 by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5. Yes, perfectly. You can look. So 1 plus 4. So that is a 5. That is our output. So we already paperwork do as yes. And here first. Now let us take I 3 by 3. So that is a chance 3 by 3 square metric. And you can also take as a dynamic metric. So you can watch one video lecture, dynamic 2D array in C language. So you can also use malloc, calloc, and free function. But here that we have to not apply. So if you apply to yourself, in first watch my video. So yes, here 3 by 3. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can look 15. So 1 plus 5 plus 9. So that is a 15. Yes, that perfectly. And there is no compulsory you can give the sequence element. So let us take, we can give some different. So yes, I give like 2 by 2 and any element. So that is a diagonal element sum. You can look 4 plus 2. So 6 answer that perfectly. And now again I run, and that is 3 by 3. We can give the randomly element. So yes, 8 or any element. So I give, now there is not perfectly sequence we have to maintain. So I give randomly, and also 2 digit. Here I give only 1 digit that element. That is also possible. You can provide as a 2 digits in some element. That is a taking sum. So now look, 8 plus 9 plus 2. So 19. Yes, that perfectly. So all is well. It's perfect. No any change is requiring our logic. So yes, any question? So yes, here only two. Yes, main is two line logic. So only that I and j same. So that is our diagonal element. So we can take as a sum. Yes, and that is a compound assignment. Yes, you have to know sum equal to sum plus that x of ij. So that is a short technique. So I think you have to understand. So yes, all these complete our and enjoy. I think you have to enjoy this session. So yes, we have to find out some of diagonal element of a matrix. So now I think, I hope you can understand. Write this program to your C notebook, and any question regarding this definition or any C question, question or concept means any. So you can write in comment section that question to of that concept. So I give the definitely to answer you. Yes, now I can close this file. Yes, and quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok C Jalaikwani. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And Hare Krishna.